So next up, I'm going to hand it over to Miss Gwen from Stone Paranormal, and let her introduce herself and do her thing. And you'll have Gwen till 6 p.m. She has the stage.
I do a little dance show.
Where'd you put your stones? All in my pockets. In my socks, my shoes, my toes, and I might even get some on my fingers. I know. She goes, did you bring your stone? Like a got more stones.
Yeah, no, here, those.
I'm ready whenever you are, Gwen.
Whenever you're ready to start, roll with it.
Okay. I'm gonna be the one that sits down today. Hi everybody, my name is Gwen from Stone Paranormal Spirit Sessions in Salt Lake City, Utah. Yes, I drove that 1,340 miles just to look at y'all today. And I'm gonna tell you something, it's been a blessing. I've met a lot of good people out here today. I've seen a lot of good people, I've heard a lot of stories, and thank you, Dwayne, for bringing me to this janky amusement park. Okay, y'all was all out there and stuff, calling me, seeing things flicker around and everything. I'm just like, yo, there's still the daylight out here. Okay, it ain't even dark. It ain't even dark out here, seriously. Okay, and so I'm like, this is all something, and so I'm gonna let everybody know a little bit about us, Stone Paranormal, from spiritual teachings on natural eclecticism. My paranormal team, there's a bunch of witches, pagans, Catholics, priests, a little bit of everybody that's up here, because I like to take the paranormal approach to being part of the people. I mean, I use a lot of the equipment, you gotta have a camera, because, ain't nobody gonna say, oh, Gwen, I saw the ghost. But you didn't get no picture of it or anything. But we just, we're a teaching collective, and we teach everybody from all the spiritual paths, to be Celtic, Egyptian, Norse, Me, my background a little bit is that I'm 25 years, I'm a voodoo mambo. And I've practiced the religion for 25 years, and it's come down from my grandparents all the way down to Haiti. And so I like to tell everybody I'm a little bit what you call backwards. I started out in the spiritual world, taking ghosts off of people, I've had spirits come through my body and possessions, and a lot of times a lot of people were like, because the religion is a lot secretive, you have to go through things, and I'm just like, listen, I'm just a person just like anybody else, I just follow the role of my ancestors. And my ancestors have led me to the point where, now it's to the point where I want to see the paranormal field from the top part. And and I go to the point being, it's like I've been talking to a lot of people and everything today, and I've been saying, what is the difference between a paranormal investigator and a ghost hunter? Because that's something that a lot of people sit there and I'm like, listen, a ghost hunter is somebody that wants you to say, me, look, I'm going to go out there and, I'm looking for a ghost. But we as the paranormal investigators, we're out here to smell the dirt. We want to know exactly where it comes from. We want to know the history. I want to know the history of the building. I want to know what's going on with the people. Because how are you going to help somebody if you don't know what you're helping them with? We come to that point, in our investigations and all those things, and that's what led me here, is because something led me here. Something called me to be here. And so as a result, then I got to meet a whole bunch of people that think the same way that I do, and I don't feel like I'm crazy anymore. I came out here, I was a blessing that I could be out here with my mama, I can be out here with my sister, and people that support me and my ideas and the way that I believe in things. And that's why, I'd say everybody that if you're going to do this, do it because you want to do it, man. Do it because it's something that you believe in. I'm tired of looking on TV and seeing all these people with ratings, and the first thing you hear people say, oh, I feel something. Well, it's okay if you feel something, but what if you don't know what you're feeling? You understand? You don't know what's putting their hands on. You don't know what you're walking into, okay? We have a lot of people that dedicate their lives, and they go out there and they do the equipment and the cameras, they go out there, they do the research, they do all of those things like this, and those are the ones that are getting discredited And all the people that's out there playing, like jumping around and acting crazy and putting all these shows on, them the ones that they think that are investigators. But us, the ones that come out here and don't mind getting our hands dirty and being in the dirt and understanding, trying to understand what it is, but everything that is paranormal has a lot to do more with spirits, ghosts. It can be aliens, Bigfoots, it can be all of us, cryptozoologists, all of us, that we come together as a community and we try to come, and that's what I try to do at Stone, is to bring people together and to understand that you are your greatest tool. When you go out there, if you don't understand what is going on, if you don't understand the situation, then you're not only putting yourself in danger, but you're putting the people around you in danger too. And so when the people are going and calling things and saying, oh, come into my body and use my spirit, and they don't understand is that they're opening themselves up for those attachments. Attachments are not just something that is put upon an object or anything. You yourself can be a carrier. And if you're going into a place and you're not protecting yourself and you're not looking out for your team, then what kind of person is that? Then you shouldn't be doing it at all then. So yeah, it's all great to go to all these good locations. Oh, we've seen these other ghost hunters do this and we see these other ghost hunters doing that. But it's the point being, as being a paranormal investigator, I feel, is that what is our contribution? And if we are going to contribute something and we're going to do these things, then we need to know everything it is that we're doing. We have to be respectful of the spirits that are there. We got to understand that if there's dark spirits there, if there's light spirits there, no matter what the thing is, be conscious of what it is that you're doing. Understand the signs that are going on. As a prime example, is like Dwayne was saying, is that I'm just walking around everything. As a psychic medium, there's many forms of mediumship. It's not just the point being of somebody saying, oh, I know your astrological sign, oh, I'm doing this. We were all born with those empathic abilities. And that is my firm belief, and that is what I believe in. I believe that we all were drawn to this for a reason. There is something that has happened in our life that is unexplained, and we want to explain it. So as that explanation, we need to be able to take it to as far as we possibly can. And as going into someone's house or going something, we need to be able to give those people's answers. And if we ourselves can't answer it, then how can we give those answers to other people? So that's why I sat there and I said today that the one thing that the whole trip I was thinking, and I was like, what am I going to talk about today? Because I have no problem talking about things, but what I wanted to talk about is what is the difference between a paranormal investigator and a ghost hunter? Because I'm tired of people that sit there.
What?
Wow.
What was that? The dog season.
There it goes. It's that, it's wow. All I can say is wow.
There's good activity over there.
Because or something is filling the juice, and everything that is going on. And that's what I'm talking about. You never know what's going to happen. We shouldn't even be freaked out by that, because that's something when we go into an investigation or we go into a spot, we don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen from the moment you walk over into that door and you step your foot in there, and it could be the ghost of Shamalama Ding Dong sitting in there waiting for your behind, okay? And sitting there thinking all day, I got me some chicken, some steak coming up in here, some shrimps. Like I'm saying, and they don't know nothing about it. They gonna come up in here and I'm waiting for them. Well, guess what? I'm that person that they should be worried about me coming through that door, because I already know what's on the other side. And that's what I try to tell everybody is that, we got to think about that, is that as investigators, that is our job, is to investigate by any means necessary. We go up in there and you know what, I don't care if you have the best equipment in the world, sometimes that equipment won't pick up on what you pick up. You go up in there, and that's what they mean by personal experiences, and that's what they mean by, being touched and all these things. And that you get a lot of people that say, oh, I understand the history, but okay, you understand the history, but do you understand the land that you're standing on? Because at one time that land could have belonged to somebody else. Sometimes, I tell people, I said, the worst spirits to mess with is some Native American spirits. Because them Native American spirits are the ones that will put the stank in your bank. Okay, because you coming into their land, they've already been trespassed on that land. They've already been taken away from that. You don't know if you're on a Native American spiritual ground. I don't care if you were Celtic, Druid, or whatever it is, that land meant something to somebody. So as a result, people sit there and they think that the house is haunted. And it's not the house that's haunted.
It's the person.
It's the person and it's that land. Okay, and if you come up inside of that land and you sit there all disrespectful, how would you like if somebody walk up in your house and kick your door in and try to tell you what's gonna go on in your house that you paid your money for? You know, it ain't gonna work like that. So what makes you think that you go in there to ghost? And that could have been the most kindest man that ever walked the face of this earth. But so many people have trespassed into his property. And so now that ghost is, that his spirit is mad. So then, as an investigator, and as a real, a lot of us carry crystals, carry stones, some of us carry Bibles, some of us carry crosses, some of us got holy water, and some of us might just have a priest on speed dial. You know? But it's the point you have to be able to assess the situation as an investigator and understand what it is that it does. And the true investigators are the ones that are going to get talked about in the community, and the ones going out there saying, oh, I felt something for ratings, are the ones that everybody's going to watch because it's entertainment. And what we do, I am not doing it for your entertainment. I'm doing it because you called me here to help you. So you, by any means necessary, no matter what the race, color, or anything that we are, we have to be aware of what it is that we're doing. I'm not sitting here trying to preach. I'm just putting out there what everybody else is thinking. I'm just putting out there what everybody else wants to know about. That if somebody come to me and they ask me about anything, demonology, voodoo, Santeria, Celtic, Norse, or the land, or Egyptian, or shamanism, or whatever, I'm going to give you to the best of my explanation. And if I don't know it, I'm going to ask you, and you enlighten me and let me know something that I don't. The ego has nothing to do with investigations. And that's, I'm just being real. And if we sit there and we live in our egos, then we are not investigators. We are just ghost hunters. We are just going out there trying to find something that's going to spook somebody and be done with it. But I see that everybody here has taken their blood, sweat, their tears, and they have gone and they have become investigators. Okay? And that is what I respect about everybody that's here. As a medium, I love the energy. I love everything that is going on. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, you know, oh, you know, all this shamalama. No, the point being is I'm out here with real people that enjoy what they're doing, and they're actually helping saving people's lives. And you guys are going out there and you're giving people answers in a world that they can just go to Dr. Google and ask it. You know, like I'm saying, anybody can go and ask about investigations or pull up things on there, but until you live it, then you don't know it. And that's what I want to tell everybody and everything that we're doing right here now. And as you know what, and everybody's saying, oh, you know, I look at a lot of females into the paranormal investigations. I look at a lot of males. And I'm like, listen, it has nothing to do with your damn gender, okay? If you got your strength and you got your will and you can go out there and you ain't scared, do it. Go out there and handle your business, okay? Be proud of that you have your teams and you have people that can go out there and investigate with you. But if your team should have your back just like you got their back, and when you step up into something, everybody knows what they're doing. If you got your cameraman, let your cameraman know that it's okay to be an investigator too. Because that's why you out here. Okay, everybody's like all of this about who's the lead investigator, who's the host, and all this stuff. You know what? Everybody is there to do what they're supposed to be doing, and it should not be about one person. It is not a one-person show. That is why we are a team. And all of us here together today, we are a community. And as a community, we shall shine and we shall rise above all of this, and we will keep doing what we got to do. And you know what? It's beautiful that people have been recognized and been on the Travel Channel, Discovery, all of these things just like this. But the point being is that they did it, they kept their word, and they survived. A lot of people, like I've been looking at a lot of these people going into this, like I don't understand is that everybody feels that just because somebody went and got evidence somewhere, everybody's got to go to that same location. It's like, I don't understand. It's like I'm tired of hearing the same places over and over. And okay, yes, the place is haunted. But what about all them other places? What about all the things like right now I tell everybody I'm in Utah and I'm in ghost town heaven right now. All them old mining towns and all that energy and all them things that are going on, but nobody wants to investigate it. That's what I don't understand. They just want to go to the Asylum 49s, or they want to go to the Fear Factories, or they want to go to Eureka, or all these places. I'm like, stop being lazy. Somebody else already did that. And go out there and really investigate. It's a trail, it's a ley line, it's paralyzed. All this stuff has something to do with something. So why does everybody got to keep going in the same spots, in the same places, and just so they can feel that their paranormal team will only get clout if they go to some place that somebody else has been? I would rather watch a team go to some place out in Boomfook, Egypt, than seeing the same places I've seen 12,000 damn times, and somebody else already knowing what's in there, so they already know how to go in there and hype the place up. How is that investigating? That's not investigating at all. How is that when you refuse to work with other people? And when Dark Knight got me in there, I said, yeah, I'm down, dude, I'm coming. I said, it ain't no problem, If the baby needed some help, I said, I'll start praying for that child. That's what a community is. We look out for each other. Because ain't nobody else gonna look out for us. Okay? They already think that we crazy and everything else, but I always tell people, I said, if something is living, then it's gonna be dead. And the same as it is in the living, you gotta give it respect. I don't care if you didn't like that person. But when their energy leaves that body and they go into another realm, they become a whole different spirit. They become a whole different monster. Okay? It's like I tell people, they sit there and they say, oh, I see spirits of children and all these things. If there was not no children in history on that dang spot, then you better start opening up your eyes that something else might be talking to you. Okay, that's real talk. Because I sat there and I'm going to give you guys a little example. I just did Ted Bundy's cellar. That cellar ain't got nothing to do with Ted Bundy. Really. I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm on live right now for my show and everything else like this. And I don't care. That didn't have nothing to do with it. You want to know why? Because I did my research. I went and I actually researched in Immigration Canyon what was going on. And then I actually sat there and I looked at what was really going on. And it was a bunch of Satanists going in there, drawing their sigils and doing all those things. And mind you, these was a bobo Satanists because they didn't even do the sigils right. It's like they were like Captain Kangaroo or Bozo the Clown like Satanists, okay? And I'm just like, wait a minute. So y'all cats are coming out here, you think Ted Bundy is here, you're going and drawing all these sigils and opening up all these portals and doing all these things, and you didn't even do it right. But then I get some of these investigators that got clout, and they go there and they say that, oh, Ted Bundy was there. How does that match the history of what was going on other than the ego that said that they wanted it there because they want the ratings? How is that investigating? But me doing the investigator that I am, I realized that that's when Brigham Young came down into that canyon and pointed his finger and said, this is where everything is going to be at. There was Native American spirits there. There were African American spirits. People don't even know that Brigham Young came with 3 African American slaves. And their names are sitting right there on the thing, but you would have never known that they were African American unless you did your research. So that explains why the history and all the migration and all those things are going on there. And we got these crazy ass people that are going there and throwing 666 and all this other damn stuff on the walls. And I'm like, wait a minute, you're conjuring this stuff yourself. So how is this Ted Bundy cellar when the history it just says urban legend wise that he was there? See, this is the things that I'm sitting here trying to say about people that go and they make what we do look bad. And then when we go out there and try to do what we're trying to do, they looking at us all crazy in the face, and they're like, oh, well, this person came and said this, and they're on this channel, and this. So just because you're on a syndicated national TV channel, does that make you God? And then the rest of us are sitting out here grinding, getting scratched and touched and going home and attachments and all these things just like that. Where is our credibility? Why are we getting the respect that we do when we're trying to make it, open it up so that people out there can not be afraid? That people can come out there and that you know what, that if you got a ghost in your house, if you call upon us, then we're going to come out there to the best of our ability and our capabilities, and we're trying to find out so that we can help you. Okay? We're not sitting here trying to plant shit. Okay? We're not sitting here going and doing the sensation, oh, let's call a Ouija board. If you don't know about a Ouija board, then why the hell are you playing with it? Real talk. If you call yourself a reader and you don't know nothing about them tarot cards, why the hell are you using them tarot cards? And then going and telling somebody else something, and you're not only putting yourself in danger, but you're putting that family and everybody else in danger, instead of going up in there and knowing what the hell is going on and checking yourself, using your instrument, using your tools, but most of all, using you, yourself, to be able to take care of that situation. I don't understand. That just blows my mind. And that's why people feel the way that they feel about me now, because I'm not ashamed. I'm like, listen, dude, if you're going to come and you're going to sit there and you're going to preach to me and tell me how something is going to be, prove it. Okay? Tell me why your 2 and 2 come together and it equals 4. And I'm looking at 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, because there's a whole bunch of things that come together to equal to that equation. Okay? And that's why I'm sitting here to this day, and I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to keep going in circles, and I'm going to keep questioning people, and I'm going to be like, are you an investigator, or are you just playing around? Because you're giving a lot of people out here that's got, that's been putting years and time, okay, and putting their money into these equipments and these cameras and all these things like this and all that time, like I'm saying, that they really go out there, they working jobs, they taking care of your families, y'all doing all this stuff, and you still making time to go out there and help somebody out that their stuff is messed up. But there's a lot of people that they make us look bad. And that's what I don't understand as an investigator. And that's why when I created Stone as a school, I said that we are all the children of this earth. And as children of this earth, then we need to understand everything that goes along in this earth. I'm not here to sit there and please everybody and kiss ass and do all of these things like this, because real's going to recognize real. We all gonna understand each other. We're gonna understand that, when we go into these haunted sanitariums and haunted jails and all this stuff like this, like I'm saying, that, we putting ourselves in jeopardy. Because we walking in behind what a lot of these people is stirred up. Okay, think about it. You don't know when you go and you get this opportunity and you be like, oh, I'm going to go do Waverly. Oh, I'm going to go do Mackey's. All this. What had those people did in there before you even brought your behind up in there? What are you walking into? It's like we walking into a battle zone and we don't even know it. That's like we going and investigate Gettysburg, you understand, like I'm saying, in places where people have died, mass people have died, and these people are going there and sitting there and acting all crazy and just trying to get a little evidence, and then when they get the evidence, they can't even explain what the evidence is. That don't make no sense to me. Okay? Why was that ghost there? Why would you even get that picture? Do you know about elementals? Do you know about demons? Do you know about spirits? Can you differentiate between this? Do you know if the house is haunted? Is the person haunted? Is there a haunted item in there? Where do you begin and where you start if you don't do your history and you don't do your time? I mean, real talk. I'm just being real with y'all. Okay, and then, we sit there and we go in and we get all these people that, if y'all notice now, everybody's a psychic medium. Everybody's an empath now. Everybody's like, oh, I feel the divineness, you know, like I'm saying, and don't be knowing what the hell they're talking about. I mean, real talk, and I'm just being real with y'all being the way that I am and been practicing as long as I am. As long as somebody gets your birthday, your astrological sign, and you give them a little bit of energy, then they can put, and you can sit there and be like, oh yeah, that's true, they got you. Real talk. Be careful when you go in and doing your investigation. And as a psychic medium, I'm telling you straight up, investigate the people that y'all are going in there investigating because they might be setting your behind up. They go up in there and be like, oh, I see this, oh, I see that, and just be playing the whole game, and the next thing you know, piss something off, and then what? I'm telling you, next thing you know, something's building up energy and throwing a brick at your butt. Okay? Or you're sitting there and you're going, it's doors slamming and things is acting all crazy and all that stuff, and you wondering what is going on. Because I'm going to tell you something. Don't think that them dang spirits on the other side are stupid. They ain't stupid. They ain't lived a whole lot longer than we are. And trust me, they come to those equipments and those things like this because it's a natural inflection in their body where they just... that energy they're going to be drawn to, okay? And they're going to go to it. And if you don't know what it is that you're messing with, I'm going to tell you something, boys and girls. Protection, 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 because that shit will go home with you. Okay? People sit there and they say, oh, no, not me. I'm like, oh, yeah, you be the first one to go. Because you know what, I sit there and people always I said, you know what, everybody's always talking about haunted objects, and that's the big thing now that I'm noticing in the paranormal world. Everybody, if everything is not a demon, oh my God, how many times have you heard that people, demon, 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 demon. I'm like, could you even spell demon to be sitting there saying demon like that? Okay, do you even understand what a demon is? Okay, I mean, is that what's going on in the hood nowadays? Is that what popping? Is that what cracking the word demon now? Everybody just throwing demon out there? Everything is a demon. I'm just saying, you know what, and then that catches people's attentions, because then that goes back all to the biblical sense, and you know, Dante's Inferno and all this stuff. People start thinking about hell and brimstones and everything, and people don't understand that the word demon ain't nothing but spirit. The only thing that keeps us different from a demon is that we have a soul, and that's what they want. Okay? And so by us having a soul and that demon or that spirit, that means that you know what? That demon is a product of its environment, or it was just a stank, nasty person in life, and it's going to be a stank, nasty person in death. Okay? And if it's going to be like that, then that means that you know what? Sometimes I might go in there, and by me being an African American, Native American, Caucasian young lady, it might be something in there that in life that did not like black people. There's something in life may not have liked white people. Something in life may not like Chinese people. Okay? And they carry that bigotry and that prejudice with them in death. And then you go stepping up in their house. Okay? People wonder how they get attachments and things, and why certain people get scratched. Like, you might go in there, somebody might have been raping and killing women their whole dang life, and then you get somebody saying, oh, you're a female, I think that the ghost will come and talk to you, so we're going to go put you in this room right here and see if you know if they're going to come and talk to you. What kind of friend is that? I mean, real, I'm just being real with y'all, okay? What kind of friend is that? I'm like, well, why don't you go put on a bra and stuff it and put a wig on and go sit your behind up in there and see if that spirit gonna talk and touch you? You know, why am I gonna be the trigger object? Okay, go get you a blow-up doll or something, go perfume on it, okay? Why are you gonna use my body and my soul? Okay? And let me be a trigger object. And then you tell me how many investigators you have seen that happen, and then they sit there like, put all their cameras, got everything sitting right there, and then they like 15 blocks ahead while you sit up in there by yourself. Oh, we're going to this crematory. Why are you going in this crematory with me? Okay, all these dead people up here burnt up and stuff and not knowing that they dead and everything, and you want me to go sit here by myself. Yeah, right. Okay, I was like, listen, ain't that much I listen. I don't care how much money you gonna give me for ratings and everything, that's not gonna help me if I'm dead. Okay, if I'm going home and lost all my hair falling out and everything else just like this. People don't understand attachments come in many different ways and many different things. It's not just something attaching to your belt buckle. Okay, it can attach to your soul, it can attach to your mind, it can attach to many things. Okay, I'm not going to be that person that's going to sit there and say, oh, voluntarily, oh, use me. Okay, I'll be like, I'll plant a little computer or something right there with a vision of me on it and they can talk to that. I'm not trying to go down like that. And that's why I'm trying to tell y'all, and I'm trying to, that's the whole thing, is that everything is not demon, 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 but if you keep calling that demon's name, it's going to manifest. I mean, did y'all ever think about that? That's the whole point when a person goes out there, and what's the first thing that a priest tries to do? They try to find out the name of that spirit. Because they know if they can find the name of that spirit, then they can command that spirit, and they can get that spirit do its bidding. Okay? And if you got people going out there, and that person in life could not have been a spirit, but if you keep calling his name and keep calling his name, it shall appear like Beetlejuice. Okay, that's what I tell people. I try to bring it to the way that you can understand and the things that we can understand, and that's exactly what it is. Why do you think all them old-time films, they were sitting there giving you guys like a manual of what not to do and what can do to get those spirits to come. And then when that spirit's manifest in front of your face, what you gonna do? Throw a camera at it? Take your EMF and just slang it at it like a slingshot? No, that's when it comes in the point where you better have you something on you just already when you walked in that door and it's protecting you and sitting there saying that, yo, check this out, this is my body, this is my soul, and I am not giving it up and I don't give a damn. If you want to come to the camera, come to the camera. If you don't want to come to the camera, don't come to the camera. And if you feel like I need to just leave this camera here and I'm going to walk away and you do what you want to do, then that's what's going to do, but you ain't going to use my body. Okay, because then you ain't gonna be walking about it. I'm just being real with you.
Last moment.
Okay, you be sitting there, that'd be the last thing they see on camera. That'd be your ratings right there. You getting took out. Okay, and that's not the way that you want to get took out. You want to go in, you want to get out, and you want to do what you got to do. You want to investigate, and the whole point being is don't even go into that location if you really don't want to know the answer. Because that's the whole purpose and the reason that you go in there. You can't go there, you got to get your balls up. You got to get, can't bitch up when you get up in there and start screaming and hollering and stuff and wishing that you never did it. Well, you should have never took your behind up in it. If you knew your history and knew what you was going into, then that's what it's doing. And that goes back to, we also just did the Bear River Massacre spot. And everybody's sitting there thinking that that was going to be one of them things that it's an investigation that, you can go and get EVPs, you can do spirit box session. No, that's one of them things that that all them people died in one spot. And if you have that amount of accumulation of death happening in tragedy in one spot, I don't give a damn what equipment you got at that time, them spirits are there. You understand me? Am I making any sense about that? And that's what I mean. That's what I want to understand about people is that sometimes if something, an accumulation of things happen in one spot, if that many people, which they said 240, but it comes out that the shaman, the chief told us it was almost 700 people that died. And if the colonel would have came that earlier, he would have killed 3,000 Indians in one spot, Shoshone. Now, you don't think there's no spiritual activity there? I mean, really. They were all sitting there wintering around sacred hot springs. And they all died, women, children, and men. Accumulation, and then they left the bodies there to rot. So you don't think that there's not going to be no spiritual energy or anything that's there? That's something that is a no. That's something that your machines ain't going to pick up. That's something that you as an individual, as being the empaths that we all are, will go out there, and how can you not feel emotion? How can you not go out there and see and feel what is going on? So that's why it came in one of those investigative things, like a documentary for me, that it became something that we're showing that, you know what, that we went out there and we gave the respect, me and my team, as a reef, a living reef, that we left there. We put white sage and sweetgrass and tobacco and all those things, and we thank those natives for their lives. We thank the spirits. That investigation was different. It was something that it was a paranormal investigation, but we knew that the spirits were there, but we went there with respect. An investigation of respect, and we heard their stories, and we're going to tell their tales, and we're going to bring some peace, and that we've been asked to come back. Okay? There's different forms of investigation. People think that, you know, every investigation is going to be the same, but sometimes every investigation ain't going to be the same. Sometimes, you know what, it's going to be something, you know, that you go out there and it's just something that you know. You're going out there as an investigator and you're saying that, you know what, we want your story to be told because we want to bring peace. We want your ancestors, we want your descendants, we want all of these people to be able to have some peace and to let you know that, you know what, we do care. We as investigators, we do care. We do have feelings. We're human beings. We do have those emotions. But we want to thank you, and we want to give respect to your life. And that's still investigating. You mean, real talk. That's still us going out there, but we're investigating as human beings. We're investigating with our souls, and we're giving that respect to people that walk that land, that are still walking that land because they're trapped there, because a lot of them don't know that they're dead. Okay, so how can you give, when you go into an investigation, you have to be able to give that peace. Just like if it's a human being, or our clients, or people that we're taking care of, we're there to give them peace. Well, sometimes we're there to give peace to the spirits. And that's exactly what we're here at Dogpatch today, and all of us are all out here. We all drove all these miles and everything else of this, because everybody is here to give that peace and to understand what the hell is going on in this land. Because something keeps going on with this land, that it keeps changing hands of people. You know what, people that came here, people's like Disneyland, they had joy, they've had sorrows, they've had pains, there's been murders, there's everything like this. But the point being is that we have to understand what it is that we're standing on, because something that is here, that is on this land, and is not letting this be sold, is not letting it go move on, is not letting it do anything. Everything is sitting here dying and going back into the land. So us as investigators today, we have to, I think that we should look at what's holding on this land. There's a guardian, there's something that's watching this, and I'm trying to tell all of y'all, because I know I have to get back for this evening and everything, but y'all better look at that water. Because all souls come through water. Why do you think people get baptized? Okay, I'm here to bring just the, you know, what's going on like this, and it's all reverting around that water, and you know what, and I sat there, and I did just, even for my, you know, the show and everything, I said, I'm going to take an EMF detector, and I'm going to walk back and forth on that bridge, and I'm going to show you guys that there's no electronics, there is no electronic magnetic fields, there ain't nothing going on in this water, but we all know that water is a conductor of electricity, and there is a friggin' dang water mill, and everything right there. So I'm trying to tell you, tonight, y'all gonna catch something by that friggin' water. Okay, real talk. Right there on that bridge, because that is natural. That is producing natural energy, natural electricity. It's producing all of that, and that area right over there where all that water is where y'all gonna catch the most stuff. I'm just being real with you. And that's just, you know, that's just the way that, you know, that cookie is going to go. But it's just, I think that mostly today that I wanted to do is that I wanted to let everybody know that, you know what, that We're all in this together. We're all a community. And I just feel that this paranormal community needs to start acting like a community. And we need to start acting like a tribe. And we need to all stop sitting here and getting into our egos and everybody trying to one-up everybody and doing all this because we ain't making ourselves nothing like everybody else. And we're just making it into a TV show. So why should we do reality TV, which is scripted, when we can do real TV and be real? And be real to the people that's around us. You know what? Embrace other people's, experiences. Embraces other people's, investigations. All of us come together because one day you might need to call upon somebody and they might know something more than you know that can help you out on what you're doing. There ain't nothing wrong with being able to reach your hand out and be able to sit there and say, I need help, or you know what, if I don't know nothing about this or something like this, instead of somebody saying, oh, I need you to sign a contract and how much am I going to get paid for this? Okay? And then I'll be like, next time you need help, you're going to come back and ask me the same thing. And you know what, I'm not going to be like you. I'm going to say, this is what's going on. This is how you can handle it. This is my experience inside of it. And if I can help you in any kind of way, and if that helped you, then so be it, do it. But I'm like, two wrongs don't make a right. But I know that us as a community, we should come together and we should be helping each other and we should be doing more. And everybody got to stop trying to one-up everybody. And people need to start realizing that what was investigators doing before there was a lot of equipment? They were coming to us psychics. They were coming to us shamans. They were coming to us healers. They were coming to the voodoo queens. They were coming to the witches. They were coming to all these things to sit there and explain what the hell was going on. Okay? So now we're in a new day and age of technology, and there ain't nothing wrong with cameras. There ain't nothing, I'm tickled to death by some of these gadgets and all these things that people are using and everything. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I don't even know what half some of this stuff be doing. But I'm willing to learn. And I'm willing to ask for help. And I'm willing to sit there and be able to say, oh, what does this do? What are REM pods? What is this? What is all these things like this? I'm not going to, people stupid because they want to be stupid. Ignorance is not bliss when there's so many people out there that you can just go to and ask, okay, you got all these people up here, everybody here, I got crystals and stones, I got food, I got some voodoo, I got some damn Dogpatch, I got all of this. And you know what? I look at it like this. I've learned so much today that I would have never sit there in damn Utah with a bunch of people that sit there, everybody just trying to one-up each other. Okay? And another thing I want, what's with all these people faking evidence? I'm not losing my mind, okay? I've seen people that is sitting there and I'm just like, why are you going to sit there and you going taking all this time making stream you can't see on camera and all these things and stuff like this? How is that being a paranormal investigator if you faking evidence? I feel like, dang, I'm like, why are you even going as far as the fake evidence? Why are you going? People don't understand. People are like putting in images and all these things just like this, and then they draw people to these locations and there ain't nothing there. They're just sitting there, a blank screen, like they just like, poltergeists and stuff just like that. And you just sitting there saying, and there ain't nothing on the screen but static. So that's another thing. I just don't understand what's going on. It's like people are just taking this paranormal field and they've just gone hardcore. And the ones that's been doing it since dirt, it just baffles my mind nowadays. Is that why there's not more teams working together? Why there's not more people coming together? Why are you not bringing in your shamans? Why are you not bringing in all these people, your demonologists and all these things? Why does there have to be a lead host? These are the questions that I sit there and I ask myself all the time. I said, and people are like, well, Gwen, you do your show. And I said, no. I said, what I do is that I'm going to be Gwen. I'm going to cuss. I'm going to act stupid. I'm the first one to say I'm going to whoop a ghost's ass if he try to touch me. You know, I'm like, you know, I'm that main one that's my charisma. That's just the way it is. But I don't claim to be the boss. I say because I ain't shit without my team. Real talk. I am not nothing without my team. Each and individual person that is on my team complements each and individual person in a way because one person is not a team. It takes all of us. And just like all of us being here now, you know, we all share our information. We all keep in touch. We do this. One day, you know what? You might be like, damn, I don't understand something. But you know what? Damn, let me shoot Gwen a message and ask, you know, if she know it. If I don't know it, I'm going to shoot you or somebody else a message. And I'm going to ask them if they know. And then next thing you know, so we can make sure that when you go and do your investigation, you got what you need. Real talk. Okay, and that's just the way that it is. And so that's what I'm saying. Let haters hate. They gonna hate. The more you sit there and you do something right, and the more haters you got, that means you're doing your job correctly. And that you always gonna get them people out there that swear to God that they know more than everybody else. And I'm just like, yo, we're in a field where this is the unknown, so how the hell do you know everything? I mean, I'm just like, so how are you going to sit there and then, you know, I'm sitting here watching these people gathering all these haunted objects and put them in places for people to walk in and just come in and look at. How is that productive? Okay, that to me, that's like kind of crazy because you're going to have all these people going in here, you got all these boxes and all these haunted dolls and all these things like this. And you yourself don't know how to keep them spirits chained, but you're inviting people to come in and touch them and to see them. So is that just keeping the business alive so there can always be more work? You know what I mean? Like you're just going to set people up, you know, like the sheep into the slaughter because it's in our natural ability to be attracted to things that are not normal. And then here we go, we got Tom, Dick, and Harry walking in there paying their money. You know, like I'm saying? And then next thing you know, they go home with a piggyback rider. And then they go home and then their whole lives get turned upside down. How many of these paranormal investigative shows have y'all seen that people got attachments and it ruined their whole life? Lost their marriages. Lost their homes. You know what I'm saying? And they still go out there and fake it. Till they make it. And then we sitting out here on some real history right now, Dogpatch. Okay, how many people get that opportunity to be in Dwayne the street now? They coming out here and they gave the opportunity for the real investigators to come out here and to investigate. Because it's open book, but then it's not an open book. It's not going to be what you think. But if you open up your minds and your eyes, then you're going to be able to see what is right here on this land. Okay, and there's been a whole bunch of stuff, and you know, and I thank y'all for being out here with us. I thank you for giving that opportunity because this is an opportunity of a lifetime.
It's our pleasure to have you guys.
You know, even to be able to sit here, baby girl, and I'm saying that, you know, and I sit there and I say to all of y'all and everybody that's listening and stuff like this, if you're going to do anything in life, be real about it. Okay, if you're going to do anything, this is something that is what we want to do, and we're doing it because we're interested in doing it. And the point being is that it is a healing process for us all to be investigators. Okay, not showmen. Okay, love what you do. You got your equipment, everything just like me. I still got my shit in the same package it came in because I don't want to scratch it up. But I know it's going to get jacked up. Because I know I'm going to be running from something and slaying that damn thing down one time. You know, I know how I be operating, okay? You know, like I'm saying, snatching clothes off. You never know when something can jump on you or something. Because all I remember, I was at Merker Cemetery. We did that up there. The skinwalker tried to jump on my body. Next thing you know, I was half buck naked out there. I got hot. Okay, throwing shit everywhere, okay? Hundreds of dollars, didn't even care. And afterwards, I'm sitting there crying. you know, looking on Amazon trying to see if I can replace it.
Yo.
Okay, I keep me a little, and like people always say, I keep me a little bag of protection, okay? And that's another thing, y'all got all these people over here with all that good stuff over there, crystal stones, I got stuff, everything, you know, to take stuff out. Y'all need to build y'all paranormal investigators, y'all need to have y'all a little bag, okay? Because I'll pop my trunk on a person quick. Okay, I'm like, I said, I'm not going through this tonight. I said, I got something for their ass. I'm about to go up in there, okay, I got some blessed this, I got me some crucifixes, some silver bullets, whatever's gonna happen, you know, I'm ready to throw down, I don't care. I'm just being real with y'all.
Right.
I'm not gonna go out like that. Black salt, graveyard dirt. Okay, I might even have me a little, you know, a little voodoo doll or something in my bag in case I gotta transfer it out and get body. You know, you never know what's gonna happen because I'm gonna tell you, I've been in some paranormal investigations and things, and I'm just like, wait a minute. I said, I know that this spirit, because I love the ones that get out and talk about malicious or, you know, try to talk mean to you, you know, and try to scare you, you know, so they can open your body up so they can jump on you. I'm like, not today, you ain't getting me, buddy. I said, you be my bitch come morning.
Yo.
Okay, I'm like, serious. I said, you don't know what go bump in the night. I'm gonna go bump in the damn night. I've been doing this too damn long. I've been taking demons and spirits and doing things off of people for too many dang years, okay? I'm the one who work with the spirits that go bump in the dang night, okay? You gonna come tell me to get out. Who you talking to? I'm like my sister, I'll be like taking my earrings off like I'm really about to go scrap with somebody.
Yo.
And people wonder why they sit there and they see my invested the things like I said, listen, I'm gonna be going through all that editing process and adding all that music and all that you know, all that sound effects and everything to make the investigations. And I'm like, no, you hear me cussing the ghosts out.
Yo.
Okay, because I'm going to tell you, we was in Merker Cemetery, and I tell you guys little things like that, man. I was sitting there, and this ghost sat there and jumped on one of my friends and sitting there saying, you need to stop telling the history. I said, who the hell are you talking to? And then all of a sudden, the spirit box is like, calm down. I'm like, no, you wasn't saying that when you was getting all mouthy. Okay, and so now we got a problem. Okay, now I'm about to go into my little black bag, and we about to have a problem. You don't talk to me like that. I'm not afraid of you. And that's something that y'all gotta understand is that if you ain't afraid of them, then they can't be touching you. If you got your stuff right, them spirits can't be touching you. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. If you ain't got your stuff right, don't be walking up in there without no protection. I mean, serious as hell. I don't care what it is, put it in your sock, in your shoe, wear it in your underwear, put it in your bra. I don't care what it is, attach it to your hair, walk around, you know, you don't care, swing it around in helicopters or whatever it is, but protect yourself because you're going home to your family, you're going home to your dogs, you're going home to everything that you spent your money and worked your hard-earned life to do, okay? And then you know what? And sometimes those spirits like to jump off of you and they go on somebody else. You never know, you might have a real froggy spirit that day. Okay, it just decided it just want to go and get a little piece of everybody, get a little taste of something. Don't be that person that happens to, man. And it's just so simple is to do your research. If you're going to research, this is what I'm saying. If you're going to research, seriously, this is just how I am, y'all. If y'all going to research about all the equipment and all the places and everything that you do, then I'm going to tell you something. There's research on the stuff that's going to protect you. Research on the stuff that you know what, that's going to, you know, that you got to sprinkle down and do what you got to do. Don't do stuff half-ass, do it all the way. Okay? Don't do it like that because I'm going to tell you, I've seen a lot of investigators that were good people and they went into some places and some things jumped on their behind and they became totally different people. Okay, and then they sitting there and their lives just go, it's like taking drugs or taking meth or whatever that, because people don't understand that's a demon and a spirit all into itself. People, I'm gonna tell you something, the most haunted places that you can ever go into them drug dens and them trap houses. Real talk. Where them people are sitting there and them damn spirits are on their behind 24/7 and they're all manifesting that energy into one spot. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. People be like, oh, well, you know, he wasn't built in the 1800s, or, you know, he wasn't walking. Listen, ghosts die tomorrow. A ghost is a ghost. Just because a ghost got a little age on it don't mean that that ghost is any better than the other ghosts. Okay? I'm telling you, that's why I be telling people, I said, you gotta understand what it is that you're working with and understand that, you know, a lot of y'all, that if you're investigators, y'all gotta learn how to cleanse yourselves and get that negative energy off of you, man. Don't let that shit sit there. Before you even get in your car and go to your house, I don't care. My damn EVP thing, I'll be like, listen, may the power of Christ compel you. Get off of it, demon. Okay, I don't want none of that negative energy. Let it stay where it's going to stay, but you ain't coming home with me. I'm just letting y'all know what's real, okay? That's what's happening to Stone Paranormal in Utah. Okay, we just crazy, and you know what? We open up our arms to everybody and anybody that want to investigate. If you, it's like people, if you good to us, we gonna be good to you. But I'm not gonna be sitting here taking nobody's shit. I mean, I'm just being real with you because that's not the people that I want on my team, and that's not my troops, and that's not the army that I want to belong to. I want to be able to say that if somebody say, damn, Gwen, there's some stuff going on in Iowa, you want to come down? I'm like, yo, I'm down. You got my back, I got your back. Let me find a way. I'll find, you know, a way to get down there. If there's people that need help or is there something that you don't know nothing about, reach out your hand and ask people, okay, instead of just assuming. Because assumptions get you done. My motto for Stone is knowledge is power, but wisdom will save your life. No matter how much knowledge you have in this world, you can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't have the wisdom to use it, then it ain't no use in having that knowledge. Because that wisdom is going to save your life, it's going to save everybody else's life around you, and it's also going to free some of them spirits that need to go into the light and pass on, reincarnate, do whatever it is that they want to do, and them spirits that don't need to be here, then they ask me to be put down. Straight up. Okay, we don't need that kind of negativity and going around and messing with children and harming people and, you know, raping people in their sleep and all this other stuff just like that. People don't understand, as a real paranormal investigator, we gonna see some stuff, man. I've seen some stuff that I can't even believe that I ain't seen. And every day that I walk out there and I sit there and I say between the next investigation, I said, you know what? I'm going to use my abilities and I'm going to let it lead me to where I need to go. And right now, I'm just on a point being is that I want to know the history and I want to know why. That's why I'm on ghost towns. You know, and that's why I'm up here, because pretty much this is a ghost town. Dogpatch is a ghost town, dude. It may not be no mining, but I know there's caverns and caves and all kinds of stuff that is going on here. There has to be something that's keeping that kinetic energy here. And that's why I hope all of y'all, you know, the best huntings, I wish y'all to find out what it is. But you know what, while we sit here, and if people didn't do their history already, they need to be on Google right now trying to figure out what is going on, because there's caverns underneath this thing. There's caves underneath this. So that means that there's something, a whole new dimension that's going on in Dogpatch. Okay, other than what's on the top right now. So, you know, I don't even know how long I've been talking. All I know is that, you know what, I tell you guys that, you know what, I got much love in my heart. I thank you for having me here. I thank you for listening to me. I thank you for understanding that I've been wandering around just in circles since I've been here. And, you know, and I just saying that be investigators, man. Ghost hunting is for ghost busting is for TV. And you know what, if it's meant for you to shine and your light to shine and everything else like this, then the people are going to come and the people are going to watch what is the truth. But you know, all these other people, we're not them. Leave that ego at the door and open up your hearts and understand that it's pretty hard to find like-minded people that can come together and we can share knowledge. Okay, that's what makes us a community. That's what makes us a paranormal family. And now in all families, everybody don't get along, but we down for each other. So I thank y'all for listening to me. I thank y'all for hearing my things. And you know, Stone Paranormal, you know what, before I leave today, you know, let's all hook up, let's connect, let's do what we got today to do. And I just want to tell everybody happy hunting, because Dogpatch is jacked up.
Yo.
Real talk. Y'all ain't seen nothing. Wait till that sun go down. Okay? And mark my words. You better look at them tree lines and you better look at that water, because that's what it's going to be coming out of. And right over there in them buildings, right over there where that water is going right there, that's where it's going to be popping. Shoot, I got me a GoPro that go in water. I'm about to start catching ghosts underneath the water. Okay, I'm about to keep swimming with it. Okay, but thank you guys. I'm telling you, thank you for having me. Thank you for listening to me. And listen, I just don't understand this. I just think that we're all in a community, and we need to be a community, and we need to watch out for each other, because I'm gonna tell you something. They all said that the dead shall rise upon this earth, and it's happening. And these spirits are going to get worse, and they're going to get worse. And as the ice caps and everything that's releasing all these other darker spirits and elementals and all these things upon this earth, y'all better have y'all game tight. And that means have something a little bit more than just your equipment. You better have your protection tight, man. Okay, I mean, I'm just being real with you. Y'all better have y'all protection tight. Start learning about sigils. Y'all better start keys of Solomon, all that old stuff, okay? Because that's how they kept them spirits at bay. But, you know, so it's good to catch it on camera. But once you catch it on camera, what you gonna do when it's in your face? Real talk. What are you going to do when it's in your face and it's sitting there and these old spirits demand sacrifices? They want blood. They want all of these things that are going on, okay, just like this. Okay, there ain't just no crystal or no white sage going to get rid of them. You better get you some gopher dust, some brick dust. You better start getting some black salt. You better start getting some holy water. Start carrying some bags in your pockets, some gree bags, okay? And keep them spirits and things off. And I love y'all and thank you. And I'm out.
Oh, God.